4 people are dead and at least 6 people are hospitalized after a retired law enforcement officer opened fire at an historic biker bar in California. Police say that the suspect is dead after being shot by authorities responding to the scene. The name of the shooter has not been released at this stage. His ex-wife has been named as being Marie Snowling, and she was named by her own father, who has said that he initially heard that Marie had been shot and killed, but he later learned that thankfully she survived her injuries. Footage from the scene shows at least 2 bodies on the ground, covered by sheets, and we're told that the incident happened at Cook's Corner, which is a biker bar in Trabuco Canyon, California. It happened Wednesday night at around 7:30 p.m. during the bar's weekly $8 spaghetti night. We're told that 5 of the 6 injured were transported to hospital with gunshot wounds. It's unclear the extent of their injuries, but again, we're told that 4 people are dead, 6 injured. The shooter's name has not been released. He's believed to be a retired law enforcement officer, and it seems that his ex-wife Marie Snowling was one of his victims. She was shot in the jaw. Thankfully she survived. The article that I read through says that the shooting started as a domestic dispute between a retired law enforcement officer, believed to be a retired Ventura Police Department sergeant that retired in February 2014, and his wife. So the article says between him and his wife, but the same article lets us know that one of the victims, Marie Snowling, was the retired officer's ex-wife. So I'm not sure if that was a typo. I'm not sure if the domestic dispute was between the retired officer and his current wife, or between the retired officer and his ex-wife, Marie Snowling, who was shot in the jaw, but thankfully she survived. We're told that Cook's Corner sits at the corner of El Toro, Santiago Canyon, and Live Oak Canyon Road, a short distance from O'Neill Regional Park, which is around 50 miles south of Los Angeles. It's described as one of the most famous biker bars in California. That's pretty much all the information that we have at this point. Again, officers haven't released the name of the shooter nor any of the victims. However, it does seem to be the case that the shooter was a retired police department officer who worked at the Ventura Police Department as a sergeant, retired February 2014, and we're told that one of the victims was his ex-wife, Marie Snowling, shot in the jaw, thankfully survived. But in total, including the scumbag psychotic shooter, 4 people are dead and at least 6 people are hospitalized. So it's an absolute tragedy. Of course, full condolences to all of the family and friends of all of the victims concerned, including the family and friends of the shooter. They perhaps knew him as a sane person. Perhaps he was a good police officer. We don't know. But this is going to be devastating for everyone touched by this awful situation. His family, friends, perhaps there's children involved, his previous colleagues, family, friends, colleagues of all of the victims. The other people that were at the bar, there they were having spaghetti, having a few beers maybe, but relaxing, enjoying themselves in an iconic location in California, and then a gunfight breaks out due to a domestic dispute between a husband and wife, or perhaps husband and ex-wife. Multiple people shot and killed, multiple people shot and injured. Absolutely terrible. What would cause this? Well, we're told domestic dispute, but got to be mental issues beyond that to turn not only a law-abiding citizen but a law enforcer into an absolute savage psychopath. What made him snap? We don't know the specifics, and I guess the specifics don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. His life has been lost. We're told that he was shot by authorities. I'm sure they're going to suffer some level of trauma, hopefully not too much from that. They know that they did the right thing. They stepped in bravely and they had to put down a rabid dog. They did their job. So I'm going to wrap things up at this point. Again, full condolences to everyone touched by this awful tragedy, family, friends, colleagues of all of the victims. Is there a solution? No, probably not. In America, you have a proliferation of guns. With that, I don't see how gun control can be effectively implemented. I don't know what the gun laws are in California, and I think it's kind of irrelevant regardless. Certainly your criminals have got guns. They've got extendos, they've got switches. They can turn their illegal Glocks, file down the serial number, and then they've got effectively a machine gun in both pockets if they want. Easily sourced, low cost. We're moving into an era where guns can be 3D printed. I mean, what springs to my mind is heaven help you. I don't see how you're going to get rid of the guns. You've got them. They've infested the country. They've infested the nation. It is what it is at this point, and with that, these situations are going to continue to reoccur. We can suggest that perhaps we ought to have more mental health outlets, but ultimately humans are always going to do their own thing, aren't they? We can't control people all of the time in every aspect of their life. So these tragedies, as far as I can see, are just going to continue to happen. Let's just hope that they don't happen to you or your family. But I'm going to wrap things up at this point. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. If you agree, disagree, fire away in the comment section. I'm pretty liberal. I'm not going to ban you for stating your opinion, block you. But anyway, I'll wrap things up. Take care.